just DM you like, shh, I don't want to hear from you again. Just stop posting. Hi guys, my name is Nishita Agarwal and welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today we have a drink with us, a very special guest. So I'm trying Nutella, milk and water for the very first time as a hot beverage. I've never tried it before to go along this video. Now, by the title of this video, you do know what this video is all about. So without further ado, let me just jump right into the video. So, I will be sharing some tips and some mistakes that I've seen when they start their Instagram, because there's this mentality out there which says, like, oh my god, digital marketing is so very easy. And then they start posting recklessly, okay, even without giving a thought about it, even without, just like stopping and all of those things. And later, when they don't see the sales happening, when they don't see followers, when they don't see comments and engagement and all of those, they're like, oh my god, so it wasn't that easy. And then they end up buying silly, stupid courses online for $6.99 and $8.99. And these prices are in rupees, which is like literally nothing in dollars, right? So, here in this video, I really wanted to cover up some mistakes that I see so many people do on Instagram. And yes, you might be doing the exact same mistake, so keep on watching. The first mistake that I see even a lot of people talk about here on YouTube is quantity over quality, which is such a wrong thing to do. And I will explain in just a moment why this is a very wrong thing to do, especially when you're starting out, especially when you don't know basically your niche, your audience, your market. Even though you've done some market research, you know your product, your service, or probably you know what you're really going to be posting about. The reason quantity over quality is such a bad formula is because it makes you tired. It doesn't give you time to plan. It really takes the element of quality away. So even if it's a lot of content and you're showing up in people's feed again and again and again, people just don't care. They will probably unfollow you, mute you, or probably just DM you like, shh, I don't want to hear from you again. Just stop posting. And that is the worst thing that could be happening to you, especially when you've created an account, especially for talking about your offer, and you don't want to sound salesy all the time. And there are tactics and ways of doing everything in the right possible manner. So that is tip number one. Do not believe in this formula. There is no formula that works, which is known as quantity over quality. If you really want to grow on Instagram in 2020, the formula is quality comes first. Taking care, making helpful content, making shareable content, and I will talk about this more in another video. But these kind of content really work because they're valuable, they're nice, and Karen and Shireen and Sam and Neha and Karan really want to see this. Moving on to tip number two, and that is DMs being empty. Now, I know like this is not your private Instagram account, and I know that you're like, why am I supposed to have conversations with Ram, Krishna, Akash, or probably Neha online? Like, why am I supposed to, make a relationship, text them, care for them, like, comment, share their content when I'm actually talking about my content right here? And let me just explain this very simply. If for whatever reason, you're actually using your Instagram, the basic idea is to get famous for a particular thing that you're doing, for your idea, for your impact, for your influence, anything, right? And I know I covered up your niche too. The basic formula goes like this: know, like, and trust. Well, let me just if they don't know you, knowing you really comes from posting your content, right? They can like you or dislike you, but they only trust you when you guys are having a conversation. And if your DMs are absolutely empty, believe me, I know it, I've been there. nobody's gonna buy from you. Keep on posting whatever shit you want to. Because the truth is, till the time nobody's asking you for your prices, till the time nobody's showing interest in your content, till the time nobody's like, oh my god, I really want that in your DMs or in your comment box section, that means there's something immensely wrong with you, your content, your presence online, and whatever you're doing is not showing the right kind of results. And you don't really want this to be happening. Tip number three is somewhere mapped to tip number two, which is not nurturing relationships. Now, again, I know that there are people known as lead generators out there who make funnels and don't really care about the relationships and make clickbaity kind of things. And if you're a lead generator, I am not calling you out. That is the way the sales have run for a lot of time, and it's okay because we've made a shift from all those click sales funnels kind of a thing to today's sales mechanism, which is the new age sales funnel, wherein you really need to make a trust with the customer before they give you money, before the transaction happens. And the reason it's so important for you to nurture relationships is because only then will they be interested in knowing about your expertise, or else you will just be friend zoned by them. And that's another mistake that I see happening so many times. That's another mistake that I see with so many people out there, because they don't nurture the relationship. People normally take them as just content creators rather than business owners. And I've talked about this very concept in another video that I will link up here on the screen. But the basic idea is that you are not a content creator, you are a business owner. And that is the reason quantity over quality is a bad formula. That is the reason nurturing relationships is the right formula. And that is the reason your DMs are empty, because you're not nurturing relationships. Your comment box is not full of like people asking you for your services or complimenting for your wins or opting for your freebies and all of those things. Because till the time your audience isn't heated or warmed up, that means definitely there's something wrong with the kind of things that you're coming up with. And I have seen so many people do this year after year after year. They're like, Nishita, I've been on Instagram for 5 years now, and people do like my content. But when I get a program, or if I participate in affiliate programming or network, something like that, into network marketing, people don't buy what I'm offering to them. And that is the reason I'm not able to get sales, and then I never get money done. And I'm like, there is a reason for that, because you've never made a relationship. You always looked at yourself as this big person, whereas the basic formula when it comes to Instagram is you, your client, you, your followers. You might have more knowledge than them, and that is the reason you're supposed to educate them, and that is the reason you're supposed to put out content that makes them aware of their issues, of their problems. And that is the reason your sales copy needs to literally highlight all their mistakes, highlights all their issues, highlight everything that they're doing wrong right now. Only then will they ask you about your expertise, and only then can you help them, and only then will your business owner cycle really start, because you are again not a content creator. You always have a service, product, or something else to give to them. To the fourth mistake that I see loads and loads and loads people do on the internet, especially on Instagram, and that is not using the features given by that platform in the right manner. For example, I would really want to talk about this in length right here, and that is Instagram stories. Now, when Instagram launched stories, and that was back then, people really did not understand how to use it. So they just started sharing each other's posts, or just memes, or just they started sharing what they used to share on Snapchat, and Snapchat just kind of died in the story. But the important idea right here is Instagram stories stay up for 24 hours if you like, or they stay forever in your highlights if you choose to, right? And here is the interesting part. Look at it like a window wherein people can peep through and just understand if you're there or you're not there, if you're active or you're not active. So every single time you post a story, make sure that you post something that is going to be helpful or probably it's going to be a behind the scene that is again going to be helpful, that is again going to show your process, your journey, your difficulties, your wins, your passion related to your niche. Now, this is where it's going to help you massively, immensely, and this is where it's going to really, really affect your sales mechanism. Till the time you don't talk about your offer, nobody will know about it, and nobody will text you saying, hey, I want this offer, hey, I want this freebie, hey, I want this. Having your website linked in the bio section is just not at the end of it. You really need to talk again and again about it. You need to have a blog section that you keep on writing in, and then you need to tell people like, hey, I have this new thing for you, would you like to read it? I'm sure this will help you with this. You need to make content so that people really like it, so that people really want to watch it. Only then will they understand your expertise. If you do not make content that helps them, so that's the reason, again, bringing it back to the Instagram stories part. You need to be making Instagram stories in a way that it helps people to understand that you are the person that your Instagram posts talk about. Also, the reason I see so many people not using Instagram stories in the right way is because they're just not aware what and who as a personality they are on the internet, which is such a wrong idea and wrong notion. So, I mean, if you just keep on posting random stuff, people will take you as a random person on the internet, not someone with authority, not someone with expertise. And that is the reason nobody's really going to ask you about your service, about your product, about what you do and who you are, and all of those things. And you really want that conversation to start happening because, again, you, my dear, are not a content creator. You are a business owner. So live like one, be like one, and execute your ideas like one. So I really hope that this video gave you 4 banger ideas on how you can be really not making these mistakes that a lot of people are making out there, and how you can be talking to your audience in the right way, not as a content creator, but as a business owner. And if you are a content creator, well, congratulations. But again, and then again, quantity does not work over quality. Also, always just remember this. I mean, whoever said quantity works, well, they were not really right, or probably that formula worked before, like in the past, in the way past, because now quality dominates, and that is something that you really need to be looking for. And that's it for this video. I hope that this video really did give you some lessons and poked some fun in your life. So that's it for this video. I'll see you guys in the next video, and keep on rolling. Goodbye. It's me, Nishita Agarwal.